Welcome to round 3 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of March 13th. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Terry Morrow.
Hello.
And Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
We're moms of teens and young adults, so when it comes to parenting, we've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. But we're still waiting for that day when we'll reach the finish line and have no further need to lay down in a dark room with a wet rag over our eyes, worrying about something or other. Wednesday is complaint day here on the Parenting Roundabout, and today we are complaining about allegedly lazy parenting. But it's not what you think.
Calling it that annoyed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then
what they're describing is fine, but it's not lazy.
No, it's basically natural consequences, right?
Right.
And
right.
Which I do have my issues with. That's
yes, I don't necessarily. I mean, there's some things about it that are good, but calling it lazy would seem to be a pejorative.
Yeah.
But they're using it as sort of a badge of honor.
Right.
Like, everybody thinks laziest parenting is bad, but here's why it's good. Well, no. Here's why.
Here's why it's not actually lazy.
Administering consequences is good, and that's fine, but it's not lazy. You have to do a certain amount of work to make natural consequences work.
Absolutely.
It's not just putting the kids out the door in the morning and then not letting them in till night. You have to,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any blank parenting in general pushes my buttons. So,
yes.
Right. Well, the subtitle is "It's Not What You Think." Right? It's like,
right.
Oh, come on.
that's because it's not what you're describing. So,
right. And also, who says this? Like, have I?
Yeah.
Is this actually like a trend or a term that's used?
I've never heard of it before. Lazy families become productive is one of the headings here in the article.
Silly.
Yeah. How does that?
This is just what would be a good headline for this article. Oh, I know. This will get a lot of people to click through.
Right.
Totally.
Even though it's completely... It would not surprise me if somebody wrote this with something other than lazy. And then they just changed
it.
See, this is the kind of stuff you should have talked about on Monday's podcast.
Yes. With my experience as a mother, I would say, do not pay attention to articles like this. So let's talk about it for 12 minutes.
You know clickbait is strong.
You have the insight into these articles that we all consume ravenously.
I've written these articles. Catherine has written these articles. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we have also had articles edited in such a way that makes us think, but I didn't write that.
Right.
Yeah. This is the nature of the internet, people. Mm-hmm. Please be aware. Yes. Not everything is as it seems.
You don't say.
Right.
Just as this is not an article about lazy parenting.
No, it sure
They just put
isn't.
that on there to get you to read it. Mm-hmm. Because you would go, lazy parenting. I don't like that.
I'm not lazy. Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear.
I mean...
But,
the thing is, there is, like, sort of an official term for what would be lazy parenting, and it's permissive parenting. You know, there's
permissive, isn't there, wasn't there something we talked about it once? There's, 3 different kinds, authoritative.
Yeah, there's authoritative, authoritarian, and permissive.
Is permissive?
And permissive is
even that sounds negative.
Do whatever you want. Well, it is. It is negative. The only one that's positive is authoritative.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, permissive is not quite neglect, but pushing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Authoritative. That's
the good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you're going to do natural consequences, you have to let them play out. And sometimes they are inconvenient for you, the parent.
Yes.
And sometimes they take some work for you, the parent.
Absolutely.
And that is not lazy. If you were lazy, you would just go, oh, never mind, it's fine.
Right.
Here, I'll do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't know. But it does, it's one of those techniques that depends strongly on the nature of the specific child.
And the specific, situation.
Yes, and the safety level. Mm-hmm. Don't let your kid learn not to run into the street by getting hit by a car.
Right.
That would be lazy parenting. But some kids will learn real quick from natural consequences, and some will never learn. They will wear their t-shirt and shorts in the 20-degree weather no matter what. They're not going to say, oh, hey, I should put a coat on. So you have to know your kid.
And some will be stubborn enough, some will be like, oh, my mom said to put on a coat, so 100% I'm not doing that. I don't care how
some
cold
will not
I get.
learn, and some will refuse to participate.
Exactly.
So you really, really need to some kids you can be lazy with, if that is what we are calling this.
Right.
Some kids you cannot. Don't even try.
Yeah.
Right.
The way to lazy parent them is to just keep them in a playpen in the living room and sit and watch them. But I just find this sort of parenting articles, of which there are an infinite number, with an infinite number of permutations.
Right.
Right.
So not quite as annoying as doctors who write parenting books and make you feel stupid if it doesn't work for you, but close.
Yes. Once again, see our Monday episode. Don't listen to any of this.
Only listen to us.
Right.
This does not apply to our parenting
And was
podcast,
this
but
the
all
one-
other parenting material.
Right.
Grain of salt.
Yeah. I was
We
going to
got
say,
you.
is this the one that mentioned that, I tried this method that was called taking care of babies, and because it was basically sleep training from someone named Kara.
Oh, gosh.
And those are the kind of things where I'm like, why didn't I, hang out a shingle and say, yes, pay me. Pay me, and I will hold your hand while your kid screams their head off because they're not sleeping.
Yeah.
Another.
We will sell you designer earplugs.
Right. Or you could be like Dr. Carp and sell them the crib that costs like $1,500.
What?
A special crib.
What does it do?
The snoo.
The snoo crib?
Yeah, SNOO. It has I think it has a built-in swaddle somehow, and it rocks and vibrates.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It really is $1,600. $1,500. Wow. I probably would have bought
I believe
that.
you can
I was
rent
so desperate. You can rent it?
I think you can rent it.
Wow.
Because, he knows
Why
where
not?
his bread is buttered. He's like, fine,
Parents
you don't
are
want to spend
desperate.
$1,500? You can spend $1,500 all at once. You can spend it in small monthly increments instead.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, and it comes with an app. Of course it does.
Yeah. It wasn't enough for him to write a book. He had to invent a crib.
Yes.
Once again, we're missing the boat.
Yes. I don't know. I've seen quite a few TikTok-y things on Facebook and Instagram that depicted animals jumping into cribs with small children and making them fall asleep, cuddled up against the animal. So you need to get that dog or cat that's not going to smother or kill your kid in their sleep, but will, in fact, comfort them gently to bed.
I remember when my son was a baby and not sleeping, seeing, it must have been in a catalog or something, basically a hand, a weighted hand that you would put on your baby's back so that they would think.
Oh, yes.
I think we've talked about this before, and what a wonderful idea.
There was that. There was also the bottle that was shaped like a boob so that your baby would take the bottle.
Oh, my gosh.
all of these,
Do these kids have psychiatric issues later on? I thought my mom stayed with me all night, and then I found out it was just a weighted hand.
It was a fake, like, rubber hand.
No. Haven't you seen the ones that use that fish that flops? You know that toy? It's like a fish and it flops around. Like, no?
No.
It's like on a plaque?
Well, yeah.
Like
so what they've done is they've taken it off. Yeah, they've taken it off the plaque, and then they strapped it to the baby's back.
Oh my gosh.
Again, I have to think there would be nightmares with that. Possibly deep-seated psychological damage.
Like, is the reason why you're doing it for like vibration or to sing to your?
It's for the padding on the back. See, I don't call that lazy parenting. That's called, like, genius.
That's ingenuity. Yeah. But that's also, when I was a baby, my parents tied a fish to my back when I wouldn't sleep. And now every time I see fish.
Yes. Apparently, when my sister was a baby, there was a brief moment where my parents put her to sleep in a drawer because they were like traveling or something, and she's never let them forget that.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my. You think you're being so clever, parents.
Right.
You'd be much better off to just be lazy and let them cry and go out to a bar with your friends. It'll be fine.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Well, it's always good for a little bit of a rant or a commentary from us.
Yes.
We're
never lazy in rooting out these things
clickbait.
and making fun of them. Oh, well, but we're getting a little lazy talking about this now. So we're going to say that's it for today's round 3. Tune in tomorrow when we'll obsess about our kids' astrological signs. And then on Friday to see what we've come up with for our Roundabout Roundup picks this week. Find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.